I'm interested in gaps. If my work is between placement and displacement, familiarity and estrangement, there's a specific space that things turn, and this is what interests me. These spaces, actually, what I investigate. I call them gaps because we don't look at them. We look at the two poles usually. My interest is to translate phenomena that exist in the world into a certain shape. There are many layers to a phenomena, from the personal to the political, cultural. It can exist even as an existential question. So I use materials from my surroundings and transform them into some sort of an intervention that is asking questions to push our reality. So it's pushing boundaries of the space, pushing boundaries of our way of thinking, pushing the status quo. It's important to know all the layers that actually exist. Things are not black and white in reality. This is why I choose to push these boundaries, is to look for new ways to exist.
I work from queer photographic archival material, and what I'm often looking for are photographs that have a sort of excess. Historically, in film spectatorship, there's not a lot of models of trans identification rooted in visual pleasure. So that's a really core tenet of my work, following that notion of pleasure and seeing what can unfold. It's not like what trans looks like, but it's a way of looking that can be trans. So I'm layering multiple images on top of each other. And the paintings follow from those montages with screen printing and then stenciling all on acrylic paint. Incrementally, the painting color space develops and things start to happen in between the layers. Ultimately, the paintings are addressing media considered outside of the boundaries of painting, but hopefully proposing a sort of porous entanglement across media and time. I'm not creating narrative spaces. I'm looking for, I think, a more like sort of abstract set of relationships.
I think my introduction to art was very static, like an object on a pedestal or a painting on the wall, and I wanted to avoid that. And you know, it's just, I like dumb stuff. I typically make ceramic installations that incorporate hundreds of thousands of ceramic objects based on consumer goods. I'm not a precise ceramicist. In my sketchbook, I usually have a quantity desired in the corner, and it's just like 60, 80, 100, and then I just make it, and then I put them into these installations that mimic establishments such as museums, gift shops, stores, and the things are usually priced the same price as the actual commodified good. My favorite part is all the ephemera. These are environments in which people have an experience to see a completely satirized and nutso version of these kinds of establishments that actually exist in the world. And it highlights all their mistakes, all the wrong things that they're doing, but also the way that people are just complicit in the things that they consume, the things they buy, and the things they like.